Okay, students, so this homework help is for 10-3, Go Math 1 through 11. So here I have number 1. It says use the properties of operations to determine if the expressions are equivalent. Don't worry about the word properties of operations that they're talking about. They're talking about the distributive property. So first, let me copy down the problem. And don't forget, for Go Math homework, your numbers and my numbers are most likely going to be different. So you just have to make sure that you are using your numbers when you're working on the problems, okay? All right, so over here, I want to see if these two expressions are equivalent, which means equal. To do that, I need to first evaluate any distributive property. So I need to do the distributive property on the first expression. So 1/2 times 8, just let me really quickly on the side show you that. 1/2 times 8 over 1, which is 8 over 2, which is equivalent to 4. So this is 4 minus, now 1/2 times 6x, so 1/2 times 6 over 1, which is 6 over 2, which is 3. So this is 3x. And the question is this equivalent to this one? And obviously, these are not equivalent. So the answer is no, they're not equivalent. All right, so if I click on B and check the answer, okay. All right, the next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way to number 7, okay. So some of the other problems that you see combining like terms, but these are pretty easy. These combining like terms are easy. So I'm going to go to number 7. So here I have, and I'll do it on the bottom here, number 7. I'm going to first copy down the problem. 4y to the second power plus 4 parentheses 5y to the second power minus 3. Okay, so you learned that in order for, before you combine these like terms, you need to first evaluate the distributive property, okay? So you need to do 4 times 5y to the second power minus 4 times 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the 4y to the second power just straight down, plus, now I'm going to do 4 times 5y to the second power is 20y to the second power. Bring down the minus sign, and then 4 times 3 is 12. Now, I can combine the like terms. Well, let me see what the like terms are. So I have 4y to the second power, and then plus 20y to the second power. And those are the like terms. So, and then minus 12 doesn't have any like term, okay? So then I have 4 and 20, those are the constants, and you're supposed to add them. So then 4 plus 20 is 24. So this combined is 24y to the second power. So you just add the coefficients, minus 12. Now, if you look at your answer, these are not like terms. You cannot solve anymore. You simplified as much as you can already, and that is the answer. When you're typing the answer here, so then you want to do 24y to the second power. So I'm going to first do 24y, and then go right here. This is the icon for exponent to the second power. Get out. I'm going to use the arrow to get out, and then minus 12. And then let me take this out, and let's see if that is correct. And that is. Good. Okay, the next one is number 9. Number 9, it says, determine whether 5x plus 24 plus x is equivalent to 6 times parentheses 4 plus x. And then complete the sentence to justify your answer. So first I'm going to write those two separate expressions. Here's 5x plus 24 plus x. Here I'm going to write the other expression, 6 times parentheses 4 plus x. Well, in order for me to tell whether they're equivalent or not, I need to first simplify both of them as much as I can. Okay? So starting with the first one. Now, if you remember, x means there's an invisible 1 in front of it. Okay, so this is 1x. Okay, so let me circle my like terms. I have 5x and then plus 1x. So when you combine 5x plus 1x, adding up the coefficients, 5 plus 1, 6x plus 24 is what I get when I simplify this expression. Now, for the other one, I can see that I need to do the distributive property. So I need to do 6 times 4 plus 6 times x. Well, 6 times 4 is 24 plus 6 times x is 6x. Now, so the question is, are these the same or not? You might think that those are different because the order is switched. But if you guys remember from learning in elementary, there's a property called commutative property. And commutative property of addition says 6x plus 24 is the same as 24 plus 6x. When you have a sum of two numbers, you can switch the order and it doesn't change the answer. Kind of like 1 plus 2 is same as 2 plus 1. Okay, so these are actually same expressions. They are the same. They are equal. Okay, so applying the distributive property to 6 times 4 plus x, you get 24 plus 6x. That's what we got. Now, 6x is equivalent to, okay, so this one's a little confusing. So then what they're talking about is right here. The 6x that you got right here, that is equivalent to 5x plus 1x. They're referring to these two numbers here, 5x plus x, okay? Therefore, 5x plus 24 plus x is equivalent to 6 times parentheses 4 plus x, okay? And that's correct. The next one I'm going to do is number 10. So you're going to have a problem that has to do with the perimeter on your quiz as well. It says enter an expression for the perimeter of the given figure. Simplify the expression. If you guys remember, the perimeter of a polygon is basically the distance around the outside of a polygon. So if you know the distance of the polygon, then you would add them up, and that's the perimeter. Well, so let's say you have a triangle, and your distances are something like this. Then the perimeter would be 5 plus 4 plus 6, which makes it 15 units. So same idea, the perimeter of this polygon that you see, you can find the perimeter by adding up all of the sides, okay? So there's two different approaches you can take here. Let me think about which way I'm gonna do, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to write all of those expressions that I'm going to add. Basically, I will be adding 15 and 2/10 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus 15 and 2/10 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Instead of numbers, some have expressions with variables, but it means the same thing. So I'm going to first write all of my x plus 2's. There's 1, x plus 2, plus x plus 2, plus x plus 2, plus x plus 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, and then there are two 15.2. Okay, so plus 15 and 2/10 plus 15 and 2/10. Okay, all right. So then I know that all of those x's represent 1x. So just so that I'll remember, I'm going to put a 1 in front of all of my x's. Okay? All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. So I'm going to first circle all of my like terms. So my like terms are here. 1x plus 1x plus 1x plus 1x. I have also other like terms. Look. Plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 15 and 2/10 plus 15 and 2/10. Decimals, fractions, and regular whole numbers are all considered constant. Okay, which the value doesn't change. Remember, constant is a very straightforward number, specific number. All of these are numbers, not attached to any variables. So those are all like terms. All right, so combining the like terms. 1x plus 1x plus 1x plus 1x is 4x. Plus, now I gotta add up all of my constants. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. And then now I gotta do 8 plus 15 and 2/10 plus 15 and 2/10. Okay? I'm gonna use a little bit of shortcut. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to add 15 and 2/10 plus 15 and 2/10 plus 8 or 8.0. Remember, because you gotta line up the decimal points all at the same time. Okay? 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. Bring down the decimal point. Now, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So it is 38 and 4/10. And this is the perimeter. You can't solve more than that. So that's the perimeter. Let's see. So I'm going to write 4x plus 38 and 4/10. And let's see if that would give you the correct answer. And it does. Okay. All right. Next one is number 11. It's a two-part problem. It says select the expression that cannot be simplified, meaning it's already been simplified to the lowest terms. Well, let's take a look at each one. 2x plus 9x plus 5. It's not simplified yet because I could still combine 2x and 9x. So that's not it. 9x squared minus 5x squared plus 9x. Not the answer because you could still combine these two. Those are like terms. Okay, or you can actually subtract them. Okay, so that's not it. 5x minus 2 plus y. That's not it either because you could still solve your constants here. Let's look at the next one. The answer is the next one. 2x squared minus 5x plus 9. This one you cannot simplify more because these two are not like terms. There's no like terms here. X to the second power and x are not like terms. Okay, like terms are same variables, but also raised to the same power. So the answer is D. I got it right. Now, complete the expression for why the expression cannot be simplified. The expression 2x squared minus 5x plus 9 cannot be simplified because it does not have any like terms. There you go. Oh, and that's it. That's it. So there is no number 12. I think I was confused. Let me just double check to make sure that I went over all the problems that I wanted to go over. Oh, there's one more that I wanted to go over, and that's actually number 8. Okay. So combine the like terms. Your answer should contain decimals. Let me first copy down the problem. 5/10, 0.5, parentheses, x to the 4th power minus 9 plus 16. I have distributive property right here. So I need to evaluate my distributive property first. So I need to do 5/10 times 1x to the 4th power minus 5/10 times 9, okay, plus 16. So this is a 1. So hopefully we all know that any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So 5/10 times 1 is 5/10. If you're not sure, here let me show you. 5/10 times 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 decimal place over 0.5. So this is 5/10 x to the 4th power minus, now I need to do 5/10 times 9. So let me do that right here. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. There's 1 decimal place to move over, so 4.5 or 4 and 5/10. 4 and 5/10. 5/10 times 9, okay? And then bring down plus 16. Okay, my like terms are, oh gosh, okay. This minus 4 and 5/10 plus 16. Okay, now, okay, so I need to do this minus 4 and 5/10 plus 16. Okay, I need to combine them, but because this is as a minus sign, it's actually it's a negative, but I'm gonna just keep it as in 6th grade level. So what I'm going to do is, remember how I had just mentioned that commutative property, you can switch the order. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to do 16 minus 4 and 5/10. Okay, so you might have to do that with your numbers too. So instead of doing 4 and 5/10, like, first, I'm gonna put 16 first. So I'm gonna do 16.0 minus 4 and 5/10. So you see, because this is a minus sign, okay, this problem is the same as 16, positive 16 minus 4 and 5/10. So that's what I'm doing right here, okay? So I need to borrow, so 5 and a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Bring down the decimal point. 5 minus 4 is 1. And then 1 minus nothing is 1. So this value right here is 11 and 5/10. Okay? So your final answer is going to be this. 5/10 to the 4th power. 5/10 x to the 4th power. And then it's not minus 11 and 5/10. It's going to be plus 11 and 5/10 because this answer is positive. So plus 11 and 5/10. pence. And then that's the final answer. Okay. All right, let's take a look. So 0.5 x, and then remember the exponents icon to the fourth power. Get out of that. Oh, sorry. Let me delete it and redo it. So 5 pence x to the fourth power. I'm going to use the arrow to get out of the exponent box, and then I'm going to type plus 11 and 5 pence. And let's check the answer. And there you go. Okay, so I'm glad that I went over that problem. I knew that there was one that I had left. So that's it. Okay, thank you.